Hello everyone and welcome to Quality RPGs. Today we are having part 46 of the Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I think we are going to report the findings related to VR Kingdom, but we will also see about what has happened to Katherine's friend. Okay. An ambush. So it's only you?
I surrender! I surrender!
Okay.
Why should I let you go? I surrender.
Okay,
Give me everything you... All right, easy now. Come here. Fuck this.
well, that's what one gets from attacking innocent travelers. But perhaps we should pay some indulgences at some point. Not sure about that though. Let's go and check if there is still time to see about these. So we should be heading this way.
Easy, good horse.
I'm not even sure if this is faster than running without a horse. Oh, are we actually where we are supposed to be? I think so. So let's visit this place first. Maid Barbora.
What's the matter?
Alice, she was almost like... Why'd you ask?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. Who did you say?
Our master is a local merchant.
Okay.
How did Alice...
Fine. Our master is a bit strict.
What's his name?
Why? But you can't see him anyway.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have...
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never...
What others?
You haven't heard. A few girls, like our Alice, died before.
Okay.
Do you know of any...
I know she was sick,
I'd like to talk to...
but I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely, but she...
And you never...
No, never.
Do you know what exactly happened?
One day, she just didn't come home. And then...
What do you mean?
You haven't seen her yet?
I haven't.
Then don't. She was... such... And it didn't even leave that.
What do you mean?
Who could have cut off her hair like that?
So,
Okay.
oh my God. Oh, they ripped open her entire... There must have been buckets of... Gee, the place they found her must look like a slaughterhouse. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue. These
Okay.
are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of... What did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? And her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. Maybe there's something more to it. What if... Just some scratches and bruise... The killer probably surprised her. She didn't... So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing... He also cut off most of... He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue. Then left her lying there for all to see. Only if it was a warning for telltales, I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of cat...
So, Gravedigger.
God be with you. What would you...
You must be the local...
That's right. At least them that can speak. Greetings, Henry.
That dead girl you have in the morgue.
You've seen her? Poor...
That's what I'm trying to find out.
She's gone to meet her maker. You want to take away a piece of her? Well, you can't. Not a hair off her head, a bloody scrap of...
I don't want to take anything.
Like what?
Who killed her?
Why?
I'm worried something might happen to her.
That's true. She wasn't the first, and we can only pray that she... It's true that Lumir ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him, no.
Who's this Lumir?
No.
Help?
Well...
Right.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases.
And how did he come to that conclusion?
How do I know?
Do you remember how many girls...
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the...
I haven't been in...
I see. There's been one every few weeks.
Do you know where the last...
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here.
Look for clues.
That can help.
That's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the hole in the wall. A dodge...
Thanks. What's this Lumir got to...
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle. Though I've never heard of one doing his own...
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested, but Lumir, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with...
I'd like to speak with Lumir.
At his home in Bohemia Street. That's near the church. You won't... I don't know exactly why, though.
Thanks.
Okay.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living. Actually, speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves. I think her name is...
I know.
Aha. Oh, well.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So now to Lumir, and then here was the murder scene. Yeah, I think we will head over there straight away. So is he over here? No. Hello.
Lumir?
Oh, Christ, my head.
I need to...
I said not so loud.
That's some hangover. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off, I'll have... This should sober... Here. Drink up. Better?
What? Who?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from...
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain...
To me?
Are you Lumir from the Rat House?
I used to be.
They say that about you.
Because I was just on some wild... And what came of it?
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You'll just end up hurting your...
Come now.
Poor girls. Nobody was all... We let it be in the end. We let a monster... No way.
I'm not doing it for myself.
A friend, eh? I searched high and low. And what makes you think you can find out more?
Because I'm stubborn. And I don't have any other choice.
You think that will...
If not, I'd have been dead long ago.
Who was this dead...
Her name was Alice.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid.
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while.
Do you think it's the same?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first... If it's not all the same person...
This is the 6th one.
Probably about 8. Sometimes it takes him months. Sometimes weeks.
Did the dead girls have anything?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or...
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a
But why does he even kill?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women.
What can you tell me?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, she was a maid in a German family. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the...
Did you have any?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. But then I changed my...
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the 2 girls before her, who... And besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the... And his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of... That really surprised me. Because Father Prokop had vowed... Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become...
What about
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of...
You said her body was never found.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The hole is a...
Did you suspect?
You could suspect every second man there. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him.
So if I want... What about that Zdena?
Exactly. But to tell the truth, besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since...
But if her body was never found...
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Young, beautiful. A real live one. I never could pin it on her, though. She always...
Maybe she robbed the wrong people.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. When I asked him about Zdena, he told...
Do you think he'd be more for...
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. Besides, it might still be fresh in his...
And what about the other...
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maid. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of... She knew she was pretty, and knew she could do better than...
You mean she wanted someone hot?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never...
Interesting.
In the graveyard, lad. It's sad to say, but we can't help those 2 dead girls now. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything.
Why were you looking into...
I don't know what people told you about me, but for me... Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades. From one rich man to another.
But there are more than just rich burgers.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started...
Behind the bailiff?
Not really. Andrea...
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Did you have any...
You can always find... I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And...
Couldn't it have just been...
Fainting? Vomiting?
Okay.
Can you sum it all up?
We have 6 victims here. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. The next were Stanya and Zdena. They both hung around a tavern they called... And the last victim, what they all have in common is that they were young.
Good.
When you learn something more, you've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad.
Okay. So... the whole, and as we are around here, perhaps we should check this out as well. Of course, it's getting dark rather soon, so I'm not sure we want to go to the hole quite just yet. Father Prokop.
My God! Why are you all
I would like to
I'm tempted to banish you from the holy ground, blasphemous child.
Maybe someone...
Don't delay.
Father,
I don't have time for theology.
that's not why I'm here. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her...
Another one murdered. May the Lord... Why is it...
Somebody is murdering maids here.
Yes, yes, but... Those poor...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing.
True enough.
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. What can you tell me?
About Yarka. She was an order...
Where did you know Yarka?
I knew her since she...
And?
I was her uncle.
Who do you think...
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on all... Yarka always went there to...
Okay.
Why do you think it was...
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser. A tool of Satan. He...
And does anyone else come to...
No.
You raised her?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have...
No offense, but... How did you know what to...
I was a bit, when she was small, maybe...
How...
When she was small, I could.
Why do you think you were too hot?
Yarko was an orphan. Her only chance of a good life. But the more I led her in that direction...
Okay.
You're well off, though.
I couldn't. Even if she had been my...
But how come?
The church's property. Always
How did she...
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around...
Disgrace?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived.
Why don't you respect...
That's my business. I won't tell you.
Okay. Let's try this one.
But this is important. Do I look like someone who's asking...
Lumir.
What?
Yes.
And...
It turned out he was deranged. He's finished.
I've heard enough, Father.
Son, I'll give you some...
Okay. So... Let's get over here. And perhaps we still have time to visit the hole. But before doing that, I think we will visit the armorer. I think we have something to sell.
Welcome, good man. I was just about to close up shop. You got here just in time.
Yeah. Knight's axe. Shields. Well, that's rather useless. No. Kuttenberg. Okay. And perhaps we could take some armorer's kits. So how much he... Oh, he doesn't have any money. Yeah. So do we have any fast travel point over here? No, we don't. So I guess we are in for a small run. guess we would need to wash ourselves. Yep, that's not a place to wash. Laundry, okay, that's a place to wash.
I'm sorry.
Ruffians, beggars.
Or what? Are you gonna start blubbering again and sell on us?
Are you going to go run into the gaffer, you
Sounds like trouble.
Knuckles.
Yahim! I told.
Okay,
What
let's
would
have
you
a
like?
chat.
Where did the skeleton?
Another newcomer who hasn't heard of Hugo.
Hugo.
I'm happy to tell you. Have you got the...
Okay.
Not really.
He's not go...
Did it stun you?
Stun ya. It depends.
My name's Henry.
Names don't interest me. The main... What kind of guest?
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know...
By the fact he spends a lot.
I like talking to them. So, what'll it...
Okay.
What if I simply paid you? I want to know if Stanya...
She did. And she don't know more.
I heard she disappeared without a trace.
It's possible. The chamber the door open. Everything emptied out.
Tell me some...
First, you'll have another beer.
What?
If you want to ask,
You're...
I prefer to be called so.
I'm getting tired of this. Now you're gonna spill...
All right.
Innkeeper, what's...
Did anybody...
No, it wasn't. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't...
What was Stanya like?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know...
Someone from the...
No. A charcoal. I think his name was...
Barton.
What do you know about...
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser. He called himself William. As far as I know, he plays in the miners.
You think he might have...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while. And only I know he met with some odd people. And besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them.
Or in this... Apart from the... I mean...
Well, I've got bad news for you. She had two close friends.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stun, and the other one got mad.
How did Stanya...
The door was wide open. Most of her things...
Blood?
Not so much, really. More like hand, or if someone done her in, they definitely did...
Okay.
Where can I find...
I already told you.
Could you be a bit more...
I don't know that bloke at all. So if I was you,
That's all I need to know.
So... Archery range. Okay. And you are...
Are you Sternat?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who...
Well then, piss off. All you're gonna get here.
Why so rash? Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdena.
You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it.
So, if I understand correctly...
For the right price, I'll tell
Okay.
Is this the right...
you fucking bet it is.
Where can I find...
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time...
Yeah.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Rabstadt. She had some unfinished business with some bloke.
What can you tell me...
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but...
So you were taking...
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she...
So you weren't too...
Not really, no.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, see...
Someone came to...
Well, aye. Some stuffed frog. He said he had some job for her. That she should leave behind her sin... But he left empty-handed.
Do you know who that...
Some fucking Prokopor. But that reminds me. I saw her a couple of times with...
And could she have run away with...
With that Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time. He still don't come here no more. He plucks...
What do you know about...
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before. And he had some job for her, but she weren't stupid.
And did he go...
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the... I think he just told her if she changed her mind.
And could she have changed her mind and gone to him?
No, no.
I've heard enough.
Okay. So... this is getting a bit complicated. But I guess we are going to question William next. And don't the places here look quite familiar?
Hallo, Schenkwert. Ich habe Hunger.
Oh. Wrong place. Bart William.
William, right?
What is it? Do we know each other?
My name's Henry. And no, we don't know each other. We have a lot of...
What? I don't have to talk to you.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to, that's true. If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon you'll... Because I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the lute again, you miserable...
What?
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be...
Come on. Ask away.
Okay.
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alice's.
The one they found dead somewhere.
Oh, her.
I heard she used to go to...
Yeah, and? I'm not the only...
They say she had a rich young suitor.
Me? Do I look rich to you? I get paid in...
But you could at least pass yourself off as well.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary, but I doubt anyone would...
Okay.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around...
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking.
And did you know she would...
What? That's horrible.
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father to...
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt.
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago.
Sorry about that.
You said so yourself.
And I hear you knew...
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. And
the innkeeper Mole told me a different story.
Fine. We had a bit of fun together.
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. If I was you, I wouldn't take him...
Uh-huh.
And what about Zdena?
Do I know Zdena? As wild as the wind and all...
Did she steal some?
A travelling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that.
You don't happen to know who she...
There were lots. Anyone she thought, like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. As far as I know, she didn't succeed. Look, why are you asking me? You don't seriously think...
Well...
And? I'm sure...
That may be true. But everybody knows you're a skirt check. And now...
But I had nothing...
So you didn't do anything to them?
No! Why would I? What would I get out of it? It doesn't...
You dare invoke God?
I admit, I'm no saint, but for Christ's sake...
To be honest, I don't believe him. So
I don't
let's
believe a
try
word
it.
you say, and I'll make...
You're out of your mind! I didn't do nothing...
We'll see about that.
Excuse me.
I've heard some interesting things about you. Something about strange...
Mole told you that, didn't?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll just...
Pussy, I made a deal with a few beggars. For a couple of groschen, I had them come into the tavern. See, every man should be a bit...
And I'm supposed to believe...
You don't have to.
Okay. Then next... I mean, we have quite a few places to run to. Stania, Stena. Yeah. So I think we will have a bit of a rest. And then finish the part of the main quest line. And after that... Let's see if we could find out something more about the killings.
I've been to see...
And?
You were right. First, somebody strangled her. And then
Okay.
used something sharp to disembowel.
Good God! Do you think it would...
Probably.
What do you mean?
If somebody killed her and butchered her like that for tattling,
That's true.
except her tongue was there.
So you don't think they killed her
I don't think it was because... I talked to Lumir.
with who?
Well, young maidservants have been getting murdered for some time now.
Unsuccessful.
Why?
Does he at least suspect someone?
He suggested I investigate some of the murders myself.
What sort of man is he?
You mean if he killed those girls himself? He was actually lucky I found him. Otherwise, he probably would
You know what? I'll go and see him too.
Okay.
have... So you want to play a good old game of bad?
Well, you're laughing now, but you'd be surprised.
Did you learn anything new?
No, unfortunately. But I've been quite careful with my questions.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And I guess now the armorer should be open. So let's see. And by the way, do we have some perk points? Apparently not. But gaining a level up is always nice. And perhaps one additional bite. Yeah. And we are good to go.
Morning. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Okay, and next to over here, and actually we should go through here.
Don't you dare cause any trouble.
Don't worry. I'm a saint.
You'd better be.
Well, at least I try to be. So, now what? Report to Ruth Hearts. Huh. Are they not open quite just yet? Well, what's the issue over there? Townsman, and we cannot get in any other way. So I guess we just have to wait.
What brings you to the Ruthard Palace?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
I'm Henry. I've got take me to him.
Ah, Henry, yes. I'll let you in. Shimek will take you to the Lord. I hope you'll find the time. You're not the first to come to...
Okay.
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while. As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's stuck with him.
Sakra.
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him as a rebel and right off the dead.
Okay.
Damn it! There's always counting grosh and not left room for a grain of common sense.
Jerome is a vain man. I'm sure he's pleased when the Hungarian was boasting that he'll be in charge of some church talks in the Italian court.
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you?
I've got good news for you concerning Mintmaster Vavak. I've heard about his crimes against the crown.
Are you sure
I've got proof of it.
Ha! God bless.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day.
Martin, this is Henry. Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of...
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you.
Godwin? Really?
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what, but I'll help you if need be. Although not...
Sir Gunsling.
Shimek?
Min-Master Vavak is heading here with an armed
right now. So be it. Shimek, place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on...
Certainly, right away.
Henry, we're counting mainly on you.
100 at least, sir.
I'll help you into your arm.
But quickly, and then go to...
What?
No, so go to your room. Take your precious crossbow, and if something were to happen to me, you're the next in line enough.
I love you, Papa. God Almighty.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for anyone who might threaten us.
Threat? A warning, more like. A friendly warning from the Royal Mint Master. Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom. And this time, you'll lose no—
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words. Sir, Only, considering what I know, you might lose a little.
How dare...
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster.
The word is you're conspiring with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett, sir, to falsify the mining records together. In other words, you're stealing the royal silver. And what's more, taking it to a secret mint where you forge your own coin with the royal stamp. And that's a capital crime. What do you suppose Sigismund might do if... no, when he finds out his own mint master is robbing him? Especially when he's desperate for every last groschen.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on...
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my...
Are you trying to threaten the royal... and with nothing but common slander?
Well, we've not had much time for that. We've been...
Okay,
I know about your account ledgers, and the ones from Buresh.
You've made up those books.
Of course not. Do you think we're completely stupid? We've got copies here. The original books are...
Exactly. And if anything happens to us, they'll see to it that King Sigismund and the town council will hear all about Hermes Trismegistus.
So, do you want to
Captain!
Sir!
This matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office.
Are you sure?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say!
Let us step inside.
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter, and I expect you'll be wanting...
The executioner's far from here, so I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man...
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mint Master. Wait! We got off on the wrong foot.
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
okay.
You're right. I underestimated.
You certainly did, sir.
The only question is, how...
Don't do anything rash, Kunslin. I understand you're angry.
That's true. Intelligent people can all...
You're right. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word.
I think he looks
swear
like
Good.
rather vengeful guy.
You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of...
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement.
Spy on the king?
It doesn't sound like you want to come to...
You can't...
We can't.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or sit, then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chop.
Henry's right. So don't even think about double-crossing us.
And don't forget about your...
I understand.
Excellent.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. And I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many...
God go with you, Martin.
Okay.
Now that was a good one. The mighty Mint Master strode in like a lion, and then crawled out like a whipped... Oof. I can breathe a lot easier. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books.
Good idea, sir.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine...
Well, you can return the favor right away.
I did. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov.
A secret passage? That's a godsend.
He won't. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time.
Okay.
He can best explain to you how to... She should be in her room. It's up the stairs.
All right, I'll ask her.
Don't thank me yet.
I know what to expect. It won't be the first time. And besides...
I hope you know what you're doing.
Don't worry, sir. I'm no fool. And if anyone wants to lay down his life for von Berger...
See if you can do it without bloodshed. It would be... I'll pray for your success.
What do you mean?
Isn't it obvious? We've been sitting with our arms folded until now. We look helpless. But if you liberate Lord K, the word will spread like wildfire throughout the land.
Yeah.
Von Berger
Well, that
will look
would be
like a
nice.
fool, and he'll lose a strong advantage. That would help convince some of those who are hesitant about joining us in the fight against...
You're right. I hadn't thought of the other consequences. And I reckon even... Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov.
You've no lack of courage, son. But you shouldn't count on... I'll at least look at the books. I'm very curious about what there is on Vavak.
I wish you a pleasant read. There's...
Okay. So, I think... let's see if we have... no perks, and actually I forgot to visit the armorer, but I guess that's no matter. But yeah, that's everything for today, so thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions, and so on. Have a great rest of the day. Quality RPGs out.